Stop scrolling. I need every single one of you to listen to this video. If you don't listen to another video of mine this very next month, this one you need to listen to because it's your safety at hand, okay? If Snap does not get renewed, hear me on this. If Snap does not get renewed, be careful when going to the grocery store, okay? Husbands, do not let your wives go in the grocery store at all, okay? And if they do have to go, go with them, all right? Watch your backs. And also watch out for single mothers as well, okay? What if you see a woman in the grocery store, just kind of look after her, not saying to be weird, but look after her, because going into this next month, if Snap gets cut off, you guys remember how it was with toilet paper, with no toilet paper. This right here is food. And you know how it is when it comes to food, okay? People, it's going to look a lot worse, if it continues that way. It may not be in the beginning, but if people start getting hungry enough, they're going to start going in, take what they need. There have already been people saying that they're going to go into grocery stores to take what they need with this very situation. All right. So you need to be extremely, extremely careful. All right. Do not let your moms, if you can help it, go in the grocery store by themselves or at all. Don't let your grandmas do it. Don't let your wife do it. Okay. Don't let your sister do it. Men, hear me on this. This is the time that when you go to the grocery store, you double check. Hey, honey, do you need anything? What do we need? Or your mom, hey, ma, do you need anything? Grandma, what do you need? Or if you have any friends that are women that are single moms that, hey, do you need anything while I'm at the store? Anything like that. Not on anything weird, but, things like that. And do not let your children go in there either. All right? Without, at the very least, without your, at the very foundational level, your supervision with them, but don't let them go in at all, if they don't have to. All right. You do everything this month, men, because it could get very dangerous. It could get very wicked. When you take a look in the Bible, this is not famine. So I want to make it clear, this is not famine. All right. Because the food is there. People are just they've been talking about they're going to go get it. Nevertheless, Jesus tells us at the time of the end, there will be wars, rumors of wars, famines, pestilences, and all of that. What you're going to see, if Snap does not get renewed, and if people carry out the threats that they're making, it's going to mirror how it is when a famine hits. Okay, and you know how it is when a famine hits. People, they start getting out there. In fact, I believe it was Josephus, if I remember correctly. It could have been another. Anyways, during the destruction of Jerusalem in 70 AD, people started eating their young. You get what I mean by that. That's happened in history whenever God has judged a nation, different things like that. If Senate cannot reach a vote and the Snap does not get passed, and Democrats don't join in with the Republicans to do the final votes, which they haven't been the last weeks and stuff. Hopefully you have some Democrats like Fetterman did it, but hopefully others will follow his, way and vote to reopen the government. Then they can negotiate on other stuff, but just so people won't starve. You see what I'm saying? Because, from my understanding, the GOP, they've, got all the votes that they could do, minus, a few, but it's hanging on the Democrats to, finish it. And they say that it's leverage. People aren't leverage. People starving people aren't leverage. Democrats, hear me on that. All right. And people, well, Ty, it's for this reason. It's not leverage. All right. Reopen the government and negotiate everything else, but don't let people starve behind this. It's irritating because anyways, this also shows for this time period, for those that are struggling, listen, see if your area has any food banks, churches, things like that. A good thing that you can look at, even when buying cheap food to help you come up with good recipes, Chat GPT. Ask Chat GPT, what's an affordable meal that I can make, $10 that tastes good? It'll give you something. All right. So that's just some tips for you. But be careful when going to the grocery store this next month. Pray, trust God, draw into Him. You saw how they did with toilet paper. This is food. So keep that in mind. For those of you that like Bible content like this and just overall content as such, you can hit follow for more or subscribe on YouTube with the bell icon to be notified when I upload. Now, the deadline is 2 days away. This month, for those of you that struggle, with spirits, you want to learn deliverance, self-deliverance, you want to learn about breaking free from witchcraft, unforgiveness, unhealed trauma, all of these things, because people don't realize that if you don't forgive, Jesus said you can't be forgiven. And it can open the door to spirits of torment. We're going to be teaching on deliverance from these things. If you're watching from TikTok, click the link in my story or bio to join. If you're watching from YouTube, the link's in my bio, or you can check the description box and the pinned comment on the page if it's up. All right, eroticlearning.com to sign up. It is not a live class. It is pre-recorded though, so it's yours forever to watch anytime you want. Only thing that is live is a 30-minute Q&A, first come, first serve.